we are guests staying in Florida. Kathy Slayton, you are up.
Hey, thanks, Scott. Yeah, I joined a little late today, so I missed a little part of that earlier conversation when you guys kicked it off at noon. But yeah, so 2 questions. First of all, I got to find out who orchestrates and has designed the drive-through, because it's seamless, and whoever that person is should be running our government. So number 1, that would solve everything. Number 2 is, can we bring the peppermint shake back year round?
Well, I don't work there anymore, so I cannot do anything about question 2.
I just know, silly, anecdote, but true though. We actually do go there about 3 times a week, and like there's a Chick-fil-A, and then maybe a stone's throw there's a BK. There's never a line at Burger King, but there's a line. It's wrapped around Chick-fil-A twice, to where, like, when you pull in, if you don't do it the right way, somebody will like, but you got to drive around, and they get, because they don't want you to, sneak through. So anyways, but this has been such a delight to hear the discussion, and none of this surprises me at all, because it's a phenomenal brand. So anyways, thanks.
Thank you, Kathy. And let me just talk real quickly to you all, because there's a lesson about this drive-through thing that she mentioned. And so when I was at Chick-fil-A, and our executive team met, and every year we planned the budget, and every year the chief information officer would come to our meetings, and we were always we had to compete with each other for budgeting funds. And he always had great stories about, we need to have data redundancy because planes are going to fly into our buildings, and what would we do? And I used to get so upset with him because he would be so dramatic about these things. Well, even though I wasn't at Chick-fil-A in 2020, I have to say I was really thankful for him, because he kept pushing and kept pushing, and technology saved Chick-fil-A. And it's why they had such a successful 20 and 2021, was because they were prepared for something they didn't even know. And it wasn't about planes flying into our buildings. It was about shutting down our restaurants and not being able to serve people. And so years before, in an effort to speed up service, and all the best ideas, by the way, happened from a Chick-fil-A franchisee. A franchisee who couldn't get people through the line fast enough had started using cell phones out in his parking lot for guests to come through the drive-through and to call the orders in. Well, then somebody else built on that, and they started using iPads. And finally, Chick-fil-A created the software to make the system that you see today. That, plus the investment in the mobile app, because Chick-fil-A was really one of the very first restaurants to have a mobile app, and it's very, very robust on top of that. Those 2 technology investments, which of course were huge, made all the difference. And so that is really how that speed of drive-through you see. One of the reasons for that, there's a lot of great training and other things that happen too, but one of it is the available technology that they invested in over time.
And there's never a mistake. I've never had one mistake in any of the orders ever. So yeah, you're right. Exactly. You guys were way above the curve, way ahead of the curve.
Love it.